Hey YouTube, it's Mike here. We're just my assistant and I are in the garden here, and now I'm hoping this works out the way I'm planning. But you can see here I've trimmed down my ever-bearing raspberries. This is the first year for them, but they were starting to produce pretty heavy, which some people may think is good. And I'm not going to say it's bad, but what I was hoping was that I'd be able to, one, I want to get the weeds a little better under control in here. I'm finding a few here and there. And I think this might be a good example of what I'm hoping becomes the norm, which is a bigger, thicker stem with shoots coming out in all directions to create more of a bush than a big, tall, lanky. I know I've had some of these things that kind of shot up quick on during a bit of a still time, and where we are here, there can be a good breeze, and then that tends to snap them. And when they break, then either if they live, they're coming out, way into the row here, or whatever. And sometimes they've just died, which almost seems weird to me if they're attached at all. So that's what we're doing there. We're trimming them down from a fair size height. I'm pruning to a node, slightly above a node with a leaf. I'm trying to go for a nicer leaf, but I'm also kind of just imagining just a curved surface, because I don't want to come out real far into my pathway. And I don't want to be too high. One of the reasons I don't want to be too high is I do have, like at the one end of the row, I have this blueberry that I just planted. I have no idea if it's doing well or not, because this is my first time with the blueberry. Then the next thing I have here that I will show you is my assistant, and he has cow scissors. Show your scissors. And he's going to show us what he's doing here. What he's doing is he's snipping off the leaves, but he's leaving the node here, and he's cleaning them up a bit. And then we have a jar here that we put some pond water in, and we're going to see if these will take root. Now, I don't know if this will work or not, but if it does, that's pretty cool. Because what I can do is I can use that. I have a few spots like right here. I'm trying to remember what happened, but I think this is where I have a couple of bare spots. One of them was chickens, and another one was some of the plants didn't have much of a root on them, just a few hairs, and I planted them anyway, and then I didn't get out to water them, I think, in time. Might have been one of the issues. So that's the ever-bearing raspberries. This is a first year. I have another batch up yonder in the sunset there, that is I want to say second or third year, and then I have the original stock. I don't know, I just sold a bunch of these, kind of not even on purpose. They were from root stock. They had propagated out from my other planting, and the guy was here and he had asked about them before, and I wasn't sure. I kind of dug them up for him and everything else, and hadn't thought of price, and I should have said something to him earlier, because he only had $10, and I gave him 10 plants. So I said, I guess that's $1 a plant. I was kind of hoping for a little more than that, because not that there's a huge amount of effort put into it, but it's got to be worth something. So if you know what they're worth, it was just kind of I shook a bit of the dirt out of the roots. I made sure there was a good chunk of root there with another growing node on the root, because that seemed to be what did best for me here. I gave him some basic instructions. It's fall. The leaves are starting to turn. So I figured this is probably about as good a time as any. Get them in, let them get their first bit of root, and settle down. I also told him maybe to trim, at least to trim off like the main growing point at a node here, so that maybe that will help send more nutrition down into the root system and help it expand out. Either way, he had some other bits and pieces of stuff he was going to bring me that he thought I might enjoy, like fish tanks and whatever. So anyway, that's the raspberries, and let me know what you think. I'm hoping this all kind of works. And after this, we're going to move on to some seed collection. Okay?
Can I say something?
What?
And make sure you don't spike yourself with these spiky raspberries. They can really hurt.
Thanks, Mr. Assistant.
And watch out. If you have these lines like this, you don't want to get hurt by them. Bye.